York, New York. Zagara was denied a bank loan. Zagara was denied a bank loan. Red leather, yellow leather, red. There's a countdown on screen. Tetra and I will be with you shortly. Don't go anywhere. And remember to check out the store below on the channel whilst you're waiting for us to start. Okay, that should be us. That's the wrong one. There we are. Hello, welcome along, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Halloween, and to my left is...
It's Tetcher back one more time for the not last time. I thought I'd just tease you all a bit there.
For sure, for sure. We can't do it every time. I've done a few casts by myself, but always a pleasure to have you here, Tetcher. It's all much more entertaining and better when you're here. I get the warm fuzzy feeling, as I'm sure some of our viewers do.
I get the warm fuzzy feeling being here, dude. It's absolutely lovely. I have a wonderful time every single time. We haven't had tech issues too much since the first one, so it's just been a lovely time.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Oh, the first one. Yeah, I had screens all over the place and everything. But no, we're sorted now. It's been
seeing internet went out. Everything was.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you disappeared, didn't you?
I disappeared for the end of the last game.
The internet's been pretty dodgy today, by the way. I think like there's been a big influx of like pandemic people getting on the internet, and you know.
I was hoping it would get better here because Arizona's sort of pseudo opened up. Like we're at the point where restaurants and movie theaters are open with like social distancing. So I was hoping people would go out and do things and get off the fucking internet, but so far it has not happened so much, and we're still having issues.
Oh wow! Restaurants are opening.
They are.
We're so far away from that. We are so far away from that.
Hair salons, all of that stuff is opening.
Hairdressers.
Gyms are open. I don't know how you can open gyms because no one's going to wipe down their equipment.
No.
I don't know how they can argue that one.
That's we're very far away from that. Like that's.
I mean, you guys shut down. The UK shut down McDonald's, and like all the fast food places, other fast foods are available. Shut down all of that during the pandemic, whereas America, I think people would have blown their gaskets if that had happened. So they basically just left the drive-through and ordering on all the apps open for everything.
Oh wow, oh wow. Well, before we get any further with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'll just remind you what you are here for. We're live, it's Division 3 in Heroes Lounge, and this is the series that we're going to today. It's MALD level rising up against CoB, and I'm going to butcher this, but I'll give it a go. Geil banger? I think that's what I'm saying that right? Geil banger.
I will do a quick pronunciation search for you, but yes, I would assume you are correct. Are we calling them CoB or are we calling them CoB?
CoB. Well, the thing is, CoB, I believe is an acronym, and this is a esports franchise that's been going within Heroes Lounge for, I believe, since Season 2. I'm not sure if they were actually in the first Heroes Lounge series, but they've certainly been in existence in many different forms with a huge variety of teams and rosters for years. So I would argue they're one of the longest running franchises within Heroes Lounge in Europe.
So you're suggesting I shouldn't disrespect and I should call them CO?
Well, I don't know. The Sergeant Johnny that's in the chat there saying let's go CoB. Perhaps he could give us some insight. What do they like to go by? He's cheering them on. He's saying let's go CoB. So we'll find out shortly, hopefully. But yeah, on the other side.
It's Geil, apparently, by the way.
It's what? Sorry.
It is Geil, apparently, by the way, according to Google, but it has been wrong.
Almost pronounced it right, he said. Okay, thank you.
Almost. Thank you. Okay, so we were close.
CoB Geil banger. That's what I'm gonna go with. But yeah, so they're here up against their opponents, MALD level rising. So both these teams doing quite well in Division 3. So I think this particular match matters a lot.
It does. MALD level rising currently sitting in 3rd position with 4 wins out of their 5 matches, whereas CoB Geil banger have won 3 out of their 4 matches and sit in 6th position. So if they are able to win this, especially if it's a clean sweep, they will overtake MALD level rising.
Oh wow! Oh wow! That's big news.
Just by map score. Matches they'll be fine, but map score they will overtake.
Wow. Well, as you can see, the map bans are starting to come in there. So we're not going to see Volskaya. We're not going to see Towers of Doom. We're not going to see Sky Temple. No surprise there. But we aren't going to see Cursed Hollow, which is also that is a bit of a surprise.
It's a little disappointing. I always like my cursed games. It's very rare to have a bad cursed game.
So the first map that has been selected is Braxis Holdout, selected by Geil,
Ooh,
and that's
memes today.
that's it. That's it. It's going to be a fair bit of memes. So let's see how that goes. Once we get into the draft, I'll start the contest for viewers to be able to place their bets on who they would like to win, and I'll put a big bet down, and then the viewers at home can take the points off me, and we can see.
It's exclamation mark bet, right?
It's exclamation mark bet space A or B, depending which team you're going for, space the amount of points that you would like to bet. And if you don't know how many points you've got, exclamation mark points. There you go, just like that. Just like that. So you're rank 40.
Yeah, who's rank 1? Is it you?
I think it is, yeah.
Fair enough. Well, let's see it. Well, so far I'm literally just going, oh, there's a rank 7 boy.
Who are the faves? Well, so
technically MALD if they have a higher, but they've also played one extra game, so it's hard to tell. They're pretty even.
They're fairly evenly matched. It'll probably come down to whoever molds the most, and we'll find out.
It's gonna come. I mean, I'm gonna do my usual thing of waiting till after the draft, because right now, draft is the only thing I have to go by. So both these teams look really good. So I'm definitely gonna be all in on who I think has the better draft, and gonna continue my streak of betting all my money in one go every single time.
Are you gonna do that again? Are you gonna do that tonight?
Of course. It's memes at this point. If I do that like 3 more times, I'm gonna overtake you. How many points do you have?
So well, okay, let me check. I'm not actually too sure how many points I've got. Oh man, you're nowhere near. No way you're getting anywhere close to me.
Okay, so all I have to do is over 10 times my score, and I'll catch up.
Well, hey, listen, if I always throw out like a couple of thousand a night, but the problem is sometimes I win them back.
That's true.
I've cleansed and taken points off of viewers before, which I've been devastated about. But yeah, it can happen.
It's all good, dude. You could buy yourself 3 Steam keys for that.
I was gonna say that, yeah. I could, if I buy 3 Steam keys, then you'd be dangerously close to overtaking me here. So yeah, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it yet. These keys are for the viewers and the people at home to claim. And if you're just hearing about this now, or if you're just joining us on this channel, yes, indeed, if you manage to collect up to 10,000 loyalty points here for our resident tricksters on the Halloween Heroes channel, then you can click on the redeem button below on the Stream Elements panel, and then claim those points for a global premium Steam key, and take that home with you for sure. For sure. I just saw massive frame drops there on the stream. Hopefully that's not affecting you.
I heard it.
Oh no. You looked fine though. Like it looked okay at your end.
I'm still going to turn off my camera during the match to save you some bandwidth, so please remind me to turn it back on afterwards, but I'll try and save you some power.
Save me some power.
Need a little bit less friction.
Oh gosh. So... I wonder, right, hang on.
The teams on the right side, MALD leveler on the left, is that how you have them?
Yes, we're all set. We're all set. I'm rapidly trying to cleanse things to increase bandwidth in case it is me. It might be an element of just pandemic internet use and Blizzard servers, but yeah.
In the meantime, should I let the players know the car? Oh, never mind. I was about to say you should. In that case, you will let them players know the car.
I beat you to it. I'm the fastest fingers in the West. Or the East, because you're in the West, actually.
I didn't want to hit R without asking you first.
Oh, hey, listen, I'm ready to catch up every time. No problems. No problems. Okay.
All right.
So, in a moment, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be going in. We'll be getting the show on the road.
Players are ready on both sides. We're literally just waiting for their heroes to go. Needs to warm up a bit, warm up those hamsters on the servers. And it looks like we are heading in to Braxis Holdout.
And I've just this second noticed that in-game audio is not set to the right output. and I don't think I can. Yeah. See, we discovered this last time. I can't change it.
We did F10 escape, F10 escape. It's incredibly inconvenient.
No, okay, we'll sort it later. It's cool. They still get our audio, they get the music, they get everything else. They just don't get the in-game audio until I fix it.
Fair enough. Alrighty. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are into the pick and ban phase. And we're starting off with CoB Geil Banger. With the first ban, Gwels will be doing the bans for the team. Timmers will be doing the bans on the side of MALD level Rising.
So, on this map, I think we've seen MALD win and MALD lose. Because I mean, you've seen this team a few times, and I think we've seen this map a few times. So
we have, and yeah, I think you're right. I think MALD have won and lost on this, so no advantage for them going in, other than the fact they probably played it more than any other team this season.
yeah.
And in fact, the fact that we're going to this map means they picked it, because first pick did go over to CoB.
Yeah, they've taken it, so they're obviously seeing a weakness in MALD on this map. I see that they've banned Kel'Thuzad. The ban on Kel'Thuzad is a direct target ban for Netterbeck, because he's been very good at Kel'Thuzad.
That does set Tassadar through, though, with Rhaegar also available, and it is left up by MALD level Rising. So if CoB wants to go for a Bloodlust composition, Bloodlust Archon is available. They will need some more crowd control to deal with this very quick ETC pickup. But the fact is, Bloodlust and Johanna are still available right now. I think CoB are just getting away with a belter here. There's Rhaegar,
Yeah.
be Johanna for Mosh Interrupt.
You called it. You called
Theory.
it. Just as a reminder to the viewers at home, because I forgot to kind of rattle this off at the beginning, the contest is now live. If you'd like to place your bets, if you think the team in blue on the left are going to come out swinging and win game number 1, it's !bet space A space the amount of points you would like to bet. However, if you think our CoB Geil Banger are going to take game 1, it's !bet space B space the amount of points that you would like to bet.
So this should 100% be a Johanna ban, unless they have a very strong offlaner. It will be the Johanna ban coming out from MALD level Rising. I appreciate Greymane being so good in a Bloodlust composition, so being placed with the Rhaegar is very sensible, but it's so strong into ETC. I hope they know what they're doing with whatever tank they choose to replace it. We'll see how well that goes for them. Maybe something like Mal'Ganis, something like that. For now, though, more wombo combo potential for MALD level Rising with the Jaina.
So I've went and dropped 2,000 points on Geil Banger.
Ooh,
So if you
snap.
want to go against me, you can root for MALD.
We'll see. I'm curious on that. Their tank's going to be the decider there for me, because CoB losing that Johanna is a pretty big deal. There's Malfurion, mana feeding for Jaina, for Netterbeck there. So here's where it might be decided. CoB, they need their offlaner, and they need their main tank. They have massive damage output here, but they need enough interrupts. Yrel being banned out already is a little annoying. She would have been a good option here. Sonya could be pretty solid into the Jaina, being able to remove slows and roots could actually be really reasonable here.
I've seen and there you go, you guessed it. Well done, well done. We've seen a big resurgence of Sonya, like a lot of Sonya coming back into the meta, which has been kind of surprising. But yeah, there she is, there she is.
So that's a lot. Leoric's a really good choice.
Okay, so you got to pick one.
That's a hard one. I do. That's a hard one. Both these drafts are really solid. The bonus of ease of execution is very much on MALD. They have a much easier draft to actually work, so they're reliant on basically one button.
Yeah.
Whereas CoB actually have to Bloodlust while everyone's close enough to use, and their interrupts from Mosh, which is basically spear, because Mal'Ganis might struggle.
They've got the good stun with Mal'Ganis, though. They've got. I mean, his sleep's going to be really powerful. Greymane will be able to pick up on that, especially with the Bloodlust behind him.
Yeah, Bloodlust is terrifying, and there's no real disengage outside of ET. Oh, this is hard. This is a really hard one. This is definitely one of the rough ones. It's.
You gotta play. You got 6 minutes to get your bet in, bud. You got 6 minutes.
I know. Oh,
well,
man,
the thing is, you and Grubby said the easiest to execute draft is often the best one. The Occam's razor approach.
We did do that, didn't we? How dare you use my word again.
The easiest draft to execute is Raynor Jaina, because it's shotgun and a machine gun. It's AA.
As well.
So that's easy to execute.
Though. Nope. I was leaning on that, but the burst composition is too scary with Malfurion not being able to offer enough healing. They don't have enough disengage. I am also going to be going for CoB.
Oh, Oh boy, you bet all your points.
Wait, what?
It's bet all.
Points must
B
be a
all.
whole number. Oh, exclamation mark. B all.
Okay, welcome along,
Got it.
ladies and gentlemen, to game number 1 of our best of 3 here. We're on Braxis Holdout, and on the left, in blue, it's MALD Level Rising. We've got 00 Sonic playing Malfurion, we've got Timmers on This Is Jimmy, Netterbeck playing Jaina, Gabriel this time getting to play ETC and not having it banned against him for once, and who could forget Mustard as Leoric the Skeleton King. Tetcher.
On the right-hand side, it is going to be CoB Geil Banger, where we have Zuldrak. It's going to be playing on the Mal'Ganis. Fubbles on the Grey Mane. Thronic going to be on that Tassadar. Croquette, delicious. Going to be on the Rhaegar. And chilling in top lane, it's going to be Gwells playing the Sonya.
There we go, there we go. This was an infinitely easier player roster to announce. Let's get a look at that level 1 talents. Anything unusual there that's standing out initially to you?
We're seeing Block Party, which is just the most sensible choice versus a potential Bloodlust composition. Makes a lot of sense. Tassadar sticking with the Static Charge. This is the go-to talent these days, no matter what build you go for. Getting that extra Resonance Beam charge when you go into Archon makes sense, and if not, the burst damage on the Psy Storm Black Hole build is still fine. You can still get value out of it. It's just the best damage output. Everything else, pretty normal. Leoric's talents are all viable at level 1, so makes a lot of sense there. Overall, pretty standard stuff overall. Most sensible, though, Exterminator on Reyna. You can't argue against it, especially on the...
Plenty damage there on the Zuldrak, but it looks like he's going to make it out. I've just this second realised I forgot to fix the audio. Ladies and gentlemen, just give me 2 seconds, please, whilst I fix this for you. I
will
must
radio
apologise.
play. In the meantime, Zuldrak has retreated behind his gate. Members are hiding in the bush, Jaina and ETC, and now you have video again.
Yeah, we're back, we're back. We're in, we're in. Okay, so objective phase has started. Nobody's died yet. It's level 2 to level 2.
Predictive power slide came out from Gabriel. He's trying to show aggression because they're just trying to prevent an invade onto Reyna, who's been doing this siege camp onto the left for quite a while now, sneaking that away. His team will finally rotate up here and assist him in the finish. But they were able to zone everyone away for long enough so that they're able to grab that camp, and immediately they move on and will reclaim the point. This will give them the double channel for the moment. In the meantime, counter camp being taken, Bruiser on the side of CoB. In top lane, mercenaries were taken as well. Leoric stole the camp away. I did not see that happen.
Yeah, that's absolutely disgusting that he got that. That is so cheeky. That, along with 40% plus of the objective, this is going well for them.
They're zoning for the moment. They have everyone here. Electric Gate for Tassadar, though. This is when they could have problems here. Shot of Fury for Sonya. She wants to single target damage Leoric here. The way this works is if Sonya lands her spear, she usually wins the fight, but if not, Leoric can massively get ahead with that Drain Hope. Very much down to who can hit their abilities here. Quick zone away. Timber takes a little bit of damage, but they're able to pull back and start working on the camps. ETC is zoned out by Croquette.
I mean, we're sitting here, it's 70% of the objective already taken in like just under 3 minutes. That's not bad at all. I was thinking that the Bruiser camp getting picked up there in the bottom right worked against them, but they've done okay. They've cleared it and they got the lion's share of the objective. Speaking of which, are they going to get the lion's share of kills here as well?
Zuldrak sleeps away, but that was a beautifully done engage there, nearly picking him up, and the reason they did so is because he moved into a loot Sonic's route there. He's gone for that strangling vine. Down goes Rhaegar, and down goes Croquette. Sonic, with that strangling vine's anti-healing, is shutting down any attempt we're seeing right now from CoB.
That was huge. Big plays there. 2 takedowns to nothing, and they take 100% of the objective. That's going to run it down top. Are they going to do any rotations, or are they going to continue their fight bot?
Single Ultralisk in bot lane, feels bad, bruh. Gonna focus that down. Looks like they're just gonna keep pushing. Another minion wave is on the way. Greymane has already made his way up to top lane, swapping with Sonya here.
I was going to say, Tassadar would have been the better choice, I would have thought. Perhaps
I
not.
would have agreed. He probably has the most AoE here, but instead he's pulled back for the defensive point here. Now this is serves the double purpose of him still being in range to stack static charge, which in the late game is going to be such a huge deal. So this is more of a late game commitment as opposed to the early game damage, which they are taking quite a bit of in that top lane. The Zerg, still a third of it left, although it is getting eaten alive right now. The Yorick, Wraith walking away from... sorry, he's just hiding in the bush right now, waiting to see if anyone oversteps. Zerg finally finished off.
And that is the Zerg. But level 7 talent advantage as well.
Nature Cure is going to be a very big deal here. Mouth needs to make sure he's not the one who's stunned out to save his team here. Because if anyone gets stunned out, bad time.
Bad times.
Hopelessness. Leoric giving himself even more potential versus Sonya. Interesting build from Jaina. Winter's Reach, Arcane Intellect, and Ice Blows. This might be a maximum root build, the cooldown reduction Ice Blows offers, to try and use that root later on to get a better team fight disengage from the Bloodless composition. Camp being stolen, Leoric Wave walks away. No chance of stealing that. Uh-oh, Timbers. Okay, no one commit.
Timmer's trying to get some extra damage. I think he's just padding his stats.
Very true. He did some extra damage, was able to survive, and now he clears out the mercenary camp before he does anything. Mustard dropped very low, forced to retreat back, but he's healing up pretty quickly here from Malfurion. He even gets an Innovate so that he's able to engage, but level 7 is now available for both teams to move forward. Even though that objective was taken, the experience lead is still pretty much non-existent. There's only a tiny amount for MALD level rising right now.
Yeah, absolutely, Tetcher. You are not wrong there. Despite winning the objective and looking quite strong at the beginning there, losing their walls and taking damage right up to their fort there is pretty much evened the game right up.
Croquette stepping right onto the point. Zul'Dark coming in from the side, zones away, camp stolen, and they will take it out. That's the second camp they've just been able to invade with no trouble here, making the most of their massively aggressive composition before they even hit level 10.
Yeah, I think Mal'Ganis has proven to be very difficult, and you hit the nail on the head there, Tetcher, before level 10, because how much worse is this going to be once Bloodlust is on the table?
This might be a huge problem, but we already mentioned it. Burst damage. Look, just Greymane and Sonya alone offer. And then you combine that with Tastar, who's already up to 100 stacks right now of static charge. This is very, very problematic. We're finally seeing the lane split up here. Sonya going to be staying bot lane. 4-man heading up top lane. So Sonya is 1v4 him. She will realize this. Will make it behind her base. Will escape and live here. Excuse me, but she will not be able to contest.
She's not going to be able to do much against that. However, it looks like this is actually an aggressive invade for the fort.
This should be 4 for 4. In theory, Thronic's fully charged. They kill that off easy, but Sonya again, she can't do much. In fact, she is killed off as ETC dives underneath. No slows on the fort means if you have that health, you can actually just tank it through and still escape, and he does so effectively. Sonya down, they begin to push, but they're out of minions, meaning they won't actually get this fort. The rotation comes down here to zone this away. Drony, yes, Stokov was banned, as level 10 is available for both teams.
Yeah, we're seeing the Twilight Dream, the Hyperion. In comes the Mosh! It's beautiful. We're seeing a Blizzard right underneath it as well. Very well timed. In comes the Entomb, catches 2 of them. Greymane giving us a rubber to get out of there. Netterbeck
with the Bloodlust though on that Archon doing so much. Netterbeck being chased down by Crockett. In comes the leap from Gwells. Picks up the kill. Fubbles is taken out. Crockett though taken out by Timmers. Timmers has been completely uncontested throughout this entire fight. A valiant attempt at a turnaround, but losing their one Mosh interrupt so early shut them down, meaning that they were already on the back.
That was excellent. I think Mustard's rotation down there to drop the Entomb was just, it was money. It was real money.
They were a person down. Sonya was coming from base. He knew they'd get a man advantage if he came down. And like you said, absolutely money. Timmers, speaking of money, needs a bailout. Good power slide right into the root, but they do not want to commit to that.
Oh, wow. Lots of damage there on Thronic, but he is going to back out. Zul'Dark just getting shot in the back here.
Timmers is relentless. Just running him down, just shooting him consistently in the back. It works so well.
It is good, isn't it?
No effort gets out.
That's another 100% objective to the MALD level rising.
there.
It's difficult to see how they're losing structures here when they're winning the objective in team fights like this.
Yeah. The enemies are picking up kills in downtime, grabbing CoB are grabbing kills when there's nothing happening, and then grabbing structures with man advantage. But the second fights happen, the positioning seems to be a little off, and the rotation seems to be a little off. And of course, losing Sonya early last time means they had a lot of trouble. Finally, Sonya's about to come down though, and they have all their level 10s available. With Leoric still in top lane, this is their chance to try and pick something up here. I think Sonya may have just been rumbled though by Gabriel.
A rumbled Sonya. There we go. We didn't get a chance to discuss that, but it's Leap that she's went for, not Wrath of the Berserker.
In that last fight to try and turn it, but it did not work out as well as they'd hoped.
The Archon, which pairs very well with the Bloodlust, as expected. I don't think there's much else that's unexpected. Would you consider Ring over the Summon Water Elemental? Oh, but we've got an invade in the cards.
Gonna go focus it down. Cursed Bullet doesn't land. Jada, though, still gonna get eaten alive. Fubble's taking it out, and that's a beautiful Twilight Dream from Sonic. Camp being contested, Buster can try contested, but Thronic is wrecking everyone. The damage coming out from this Archon. He's in the int too, but he's not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with him. The Archon expires. They're holding for now. Crockett's tanking, but the Archon being down. Timmers gets eaten alive, and with that double sleep, Zuldrak is just trying to delay for Thronic. They steal the camp as Gabriel says he wants none of this Tassadar and leaves.
That was far too long, far too much of an extended fight for them to be able to win it. Unfortunately, Malfurion and ETC can't pair off against a Tassadar. Wow, that was dramatic. He reset the Mosh, but he got the 10-second cooldown and managed to activate it at the edge of the Entomb. Wow, that fight would have been a massacre if he didn't get that off.
Absolutely. They would have been absolutely destroyed. You called it completely. So, Jada also survived far too long there, dropping a really solid ice block after the first burst came in, allowing her just to get one Blizzard and one Code of Cold off. And that's all she needs to drop people low enough for her team to pick up and counter kills.
Do you know, I think the Twitch chat called it best when they said, "Must get camp, no matter what."
Stolen so many camps this game, dude. Multi-man sleep. Zuldrak is out of there. Tassadar Forceful separates the team, prevents the chase. Tassadar, by the way, clutch talent, and I think this is a really underrated talent. We have Tassadar going Oracle. Now, a lot of people looked at this and thought it was a little rough, but you might have seen it being picked up a lot more recently, and the idea behind it is when you Bloodlust, the enemy team usually stops and fights, allowing Tassadar to stand still, meaning he actually gets the benefit from the passive of Oracle. Nice face melt, killing off Zuldrak there.
That was huge. That was huge right at the beginning of the objective phase. So they've already got top, and they've now picked up bottom. Both beacons already now channeling that sought after objective.
ETC wrapping around. He's been rumbled. Bubbles.
2 seconds from Mosh. The fight's not going to be up. He's trying to debate them into this Mosh, but they're wise to it now.
Back away. 5 seconds until it's back, but who
oh!
is in a rough I'm not sure about using both those abilities, but the kill was acquired, so I guess value.
Yeah, at this point it's just win the objective at all costs because they're losing the team fights outside of the objectives.
Very true. This is a terrible fight. They should not be taking this without Sonya. Multi-bad sleep though. Tass doesn't care. There's the Bloodlust. They're rushing it here. Trying to blast him. Gabriel with no Mosh available. They're just taking it because they know their heroics up. Zuldrak kills Raider in the backline. Fumbles on Mustard. What a sentence. Takes him down as well. Jane is going to sneak away up top. But that's going to be multiple kills coming in here, making the most of no Mosh and no Entomb. They know they can take the fight. Really nicely done.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Once they knew that they had the heroic advantage, they could enter a 4v5, and as long as they caught them off during rotation, which they did.
This is risky. ETC could steal this. They need to be careful. Face melt, move on, they hold! Gabriel's going to try and tag, but leap.
He gets it!
Away. He got it!
What? Oh, huge value, he's not even dead! He's not even dead! What are we watching here, Tetcher?
I don't know! That shouldn't have happened! There's no way that should have worked! He got a second face melt off, surviving the burst, even with a freaking leap coming in there. He steals it away! The enemy teams have to back off. CoB Fumbles is in danger! He sniped away!
What?
They not only lose the boss, they lose the kill, they lose the objective soon once Tassadar is forced off bot lane. Top 4 goes down. This couldn't have gone better for MALD level Rising.
That no one saw it coming like that. Any other player that plays ETC that walks in 1v5 like that and then goes, "Hi guys!" he's gonna die. He's gonna be punished for that wild, bad positioning. But he pulled it off. Didn't die. They got a kill, and now they've won the objective.
It shouldn't have worked. It 100% shouldn't have worked. And yet, here we are. Boss cleaned up in top lane, but objective pushing in the same lane. Leoric pushing bot lane, removing the Zerg there, and letting a camp push up as well. MALD level Rising are pushing it up in top lane, and they might be looking for a finish here. There's the sleep. Zul'Drak escapes. All heroics are available. Level 16 available for both teams. If they can get past the Zerg, CoB do have a fight here.
That is, I'm so glad we got to see this tonight. That's a very rare moment in Heroes right there.
Absolutely. Indeed, the fight, Zul'Drak, he's gone a bit too far forward, but everyone's a bit cautious around him. Thermal Lance, that percentage damage from Tassadar now doing so much. This keep will fall. All they're going to do, though, no extra commitment here. Full retreat coming out from MALD level Rising. Quells doesn't want to let it happen, though. Multi-man leap force wall. Gabriel's gone. Jada's already gone. Gabriel's still alive. Stop it, dude. He finally goes down. Sonya's 1v2ing. That is brutal. Root comes out. Quells gets around it. So does Zul'Drak. And they really want Timmers, but they're not going to be able to catch him. They have to do something else. They have to get something else on the map. They can't just chase this across. Something has to happen.
Team's core is under attack.
Yeah, the core's not in too much of a threat, so that was an excellent counter-engage by Geil Banger there. They weren't going to let sleeping dogs lie. They came running straight in, absolutely deleted Netterbeck, and they still haven't given the chase up.
Why? Why would he tag the towers? In comes Mustard, multi-man Ominous Wraith. I think Thronic's dead. Forceful with the slow, actually. Oh no!
There you go. There you go. Wow, this is two very aggressive teams playing off here. Like,
fantastic, overly aggressive, I would definitely say, on some of the sides here.
Yeah, because I mean, they're not even taking a moment to lick their wounds. They're just going in for a camp invade here. This is just so crazy.
This is a mental game. Camp is stolen away. Everyone else is hiding in base, and who can blame them? CoB waiting for their chance to try and turn this round again. All their heroics need to come back up, but most importantly, their team needs to come back up.
Well, we're 24 takedowns on the board at the moment, so it's been going all over the place here. Level 20 Storm Talent just round the corner there for MALD level Rising.
Numbing Blast from Jada, called it at the start. Nice little cheeky roots with that level 20. Probably Icy Blink if I had to guess, if not Wintermute.
20 seconds from Boss being available. It looks like a team may be posturing to...
They wanted Mustard.
They wanted him.
Get him.
Zul'Drak checking the Boss, but MALD have already moved away.
Twilight Dream back off cooldown. Curse Bullet 12 seconds away. Top camp will be cleaned up. And that sort of sets everything to neutral, other than there's a bottom camp pushing in. Boss attempts though.
Astral Communion.
This time they're going to be able to get this.
So we've got the Buried Alive on Leoric, which is famously powerful, but Astral Communion's that extra long silence.
They're coming in, even without the boss. Bloodlust is drop, percentage damage. Buried Alive, though, is shutting this down more than you can possibly believe. Zul'Drak, he's got nowhere to go. Hasn't even dropped Carrion Swarm yet. Thronic, he's trying to hold, trying to survive, but Leoric's up his ass. He's trying to retreat. Thronic getting drained here. And Zul'Drak, there's nothing he can do. That Buried Alive completely shut that down. They ran right into it. They couldn't do anything about it.
For sure it is.
Rubbish place to take a fight.
Well, they've got a choice now. Do they chase Zul'Drak to the end of the earth, or do they follow the boss towards the core and just win the game?
I mean, the boss was going to be taken out. Tassil does enough damage here. The problem is they're now going to get double Zerg and be able to push. So even if they don't get the core here, they're going to be able to get damage off the core and set themselves up for a win. Zordrak, no! He gets taken out. The root from Numbing Blast shuts him down. GG is called. And we're going to see MALD level rising move on to the core. And they're going to take game number 1.
Almost certainly. It's a futile defense at this stage. Wow. There you go. GG. A very entertaining start to this series.
Whew.
For sure.
Crazy.
That was legit crazy, I think is the way to put that. Well, the viewers at home, it was 67% of the votes in favour of MALD level rising taking game number 1, with only 33% backing Geil Banger. But that game went back and forth. That really went in both directions many times.
Did. I was really sure they could do it, but I think they could have won if they hadn't overextended several times during that game. Their execution on the team fights was solid till level 20 where Buried Alive, but their hard engages were fine. Their macro on the map definitely left a lot to be desired there. At such MALD level, who are clearly much more experienced on the map, were able to take a huge advantage and were able to finish the game. Sorry.
For sure they did. For sure they did. So, as you can see on screen just now, this is the maps that are currently banned out of this series, and an advantage goes over to Geil Banger, who get the choice of first pick in the draft or the choice of battleground. Do you know which way they're going, Tetcher?
Sorry, what was the option?
Are they going to take first pick in the draft, or are they going to take the choice of battleground?
I mean, they should always take first pick in the draft. It is significantly the better option, unless you have a map like Braxis, where you're so comfortable on no one else ever goes to. And Braxis is basically the only map that really works that way. So this should be first pick in the draft.
So that's what's been picked. They've taken first pick in the draft. So Timmers and the MALD boys are now having a discussion about which battleground they would like to take. So we'll just find out imminently where we're going. Do you think we might? I mean, I think Alterac would be a bizarre choice. I don't think we'll be going there.
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's still a good map, but no one seems to like playing it, especially with the new Nexus anomaly.
Yeah. So the other thing is, I think every series that we've casted, every one, we've seen Tomb of the Spider Queen get banned. So it's unlikely that we will see Tomb of the Spider Queen. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but it seems to be getting banned and not played. So if I was a betting man, I think they're probably going to take Battlefield of Eternity.
That makes sense. I can see Battlefield. That's a solid choice, especially if they want to basically run the same draft again. That would make a lot of sense for them. So, yeah, I can see it. That would make sense. What else does Thronic play? Because that could be a big decider, seeing as Cassadar player.
I called it. I called it. We're going to Battlefield. We're going to Battlefield.
Alrighty. Okay,
Yeah.
so he seems to like Tass, Falstad, Raynor, and Orthea. So all of those are fine. Nana Boost is let through. Orthea can be slipping in here, but there's a couple very good heroes on Battlefield there, so it makes a lot of sense.
CoB did not pick the first map, by the way, he's saying. Did they not?
No, MALD Level Rising picked the first map.
Yeah. Who got that wrong? It was never wrong. It was always right. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? There you go. So,
MALD Level Rising picked it. They've picked it now 3 times that we've cast them. So it's working pretty well for him. So yeah, it's a sleeper little hit. I'm quite surprised no one's banning it at this point.
Okay, right, well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to just take a very quick break whilst the teams get themselves ready, so don't go anywhere, we'll be right back. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's us back. We're just about ready to take you into the draft. Tetcher and I were just discussing how ludicrous that last game was. Like, really, it didn't make any sense. How did Gabriel get that boss? How did he get that boss?
Yeah, I'm going back after the series and I'm rewatching. Like I said, I believe Karen Swan was used. I'm not 100% sure though, but that would explain like how one body has disappeared. So I'm curious. The lobby has. I went to the lobby. There it is. Sorry, my lobby was weird. But yeah, that's actually one body disappeared. But I still want to go back and check.
It's just incredible. I really need to see that myself. Proper impressed. Proper impressed. I should have ran an advert, by the way. I just realised I didn't run adverts during my break. I missed a trick.
Always the case. Always the way. Wait, is there a delay on the stream? If you do a 30-second one now, you might get it.
No, I can't do that. I can't do that. That's also cheating. And Sergeant Johnny's already said in the chat, nah, that's terrible. So, okay, so Battlefield of Eternity.
Ooh, what? Someone clipped it.
Oh, someone's clipped it. Brilliant. Thank you,
Yes,
Griffin. Thank you, because we're gonna
know.
we need to see that. We need to see that.
Yeah.
Because it's just ludicrous.
Yeah. Absolutely. I'm watching it now. I'll let you know what happened. Okay, so there's 3 people, face melt, 2 people, 4 people, sleep, and then face melt again. He literally just gets the cooldown from his level 13.
That's unbelievable. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome along. It's game number 2 of our best of 3 series here. In European Heroes Lounge, it's Division 3, and on the left, in blue, you know them, you love them, it's the boss-stealing boys, MALD Level Rising. And if you think they're going to win game number 2, and with it, take the series, you want to type !bet space A space the amount of points that you want to bet. However, if you think our CoB Geil banger are going to take the game number 2 and equalise the series, it's !bet space B space the amount of points that you would like to bet. Tetcher.
Absolutely. Also, thank you, Griffin, for that clip. That was very informative. Appreciate it. Saves me loading up HOTS for replays. As we see Sylvanas banned out. Snowballing with the objective is terrifying. And no more bloodlust, please. We barely survived. Rhaegar is removed.
Okay, I'm not even looking at the draft. I put 2,500 points on Geil banger. Straight away.
Ooh, okay.
Because I'm rooting
Alrighty.
for a game 3. I'm rooting for a game 3 here.
And so far, your blind bets have been going pretty well. And I was doing really well for my scouting bets. That's the second time ever I've actually lost the bet on this channel. The first time was the first day we casted, and the second one was today. Every other time I've won. But now I have to all in from 33 up to good points again.
Well, the thing is, no, you won you won the last bet. You bet on MALD. I think.
No, I did not. I was going to bet on MALD and I changed the card. I have
Oh
33
no! So you lost them. Well, that's good.
I believe the blood must be too strong.
That
I
means
should have released my first instinct.
well, you and I have now donated points to the community, so that's good. We're seeing
true.
Gabriel manage to pick up his ETC ETE, which is good, and Greymane has been stolen by Timmers from the other team, and they've taken Timmers' Raynor, so there's been a direct swap by those 2 players.
Raynor is both of them. Incredible boss races, though. Immortal races, sorry, so it makes sense. Finally, they're going to pick up Johanna early enough so they have a decent Mosh interrupt finally. Even though Mosh wasn't actually that impactful last game, but having it makes you so much safer. Here comes Rexar, though. Banned out last game. Is this time going to make it in and dominate that top lane?
Yeah, and do you know what's really good here is I happen to know some inside information, and they'll hate me for saying this, but I have seen the players on MALD Level Rising mauled heavily when Rexar's playing against them, and I've seen in particular Sonic get very upset with his team for not banning Rexar, and so Mustard's going to need to deal with that. Mustard's their solo laner. He's going to be up there playing off against Rexar, and let's see what he picks to counter it.
Wait, what's a mold? I thought mold was like a type of wine.
No. MALD is when you're so mad that it's forcing you to go bald.
Oh.
So they call it malding.
Oh.
So
Yeah, I get, what's mulled wine then?
no,
Mulled wine?
that's mulled. Mulled.
Angry
That's a
wine.
so mulled is with a U, and that means to add spice and basically heat it.
Okay, that makes sense. English language freaking sucks, dude.
Mulled. Hey, listen, I have an accent. You've got an accent. Britain.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you've ever heard of the Yorel Tastar picked up here. Tastar great for the Mosh combo. I don't know if you've seen Tom Scott before on YouTube. Absolutely fascinating. But he just does a lot of really cool facts and shit.
Okay.
But there is sounds for there is words for vowel sounds, and I can't remember the word for this one. But there is one vowel sound that dominates the English language, and it's
Yeah.
and that's literally A or UH or E. So and it's just everywhere. And
I can
that
quite
is
believe
the
that.
most common vowel sound.
So what we've seen is Urel is going to be Mustard's counter pick for Rexar. He's taking that for the top lane, and they've stolen Tassadar. So it's been a direct swap of the DPSs in that side.
So Urel is a little bit of a problem into Rexar, and assuming you can only dominate the bear, but if Urel can get onto Rexar himself, Urel actually is a very favourable matchup. What I'm more interested on here is the Falstad coming here, because Falstad can come and gank just any time on this map. It's not a big map, so his flight isn't going to get the biggest value, but the Mighty Gust domination to interrupt EC, disengage from Greymane is absolutely fantastic, or maybe he's going to go Hinterlands and they combo it with...
Okay, well there's 5 minutes left on the bets, and it's currently 67% of the votes in favour of MALD, with 33% on Geil Banger. Have you decided which way you're going, Tetcher?
I'm about to. Both drafts are solid, but honestly, in terms of just hero priorities, I'm going to be leaning in favour of MALD.
Oh, that puts them up to 75% of the votes.
Simple draft, makes a lot of sense. There's a lot of disengage tools, but they have enough engage tools that it shouldn't really matter, and you can't really disengage. There's a force wall stopping you leaving, so yeah, I think MALD have the stronger combination.
Okay, well, welcome along, ladies and gentlemen. It's game number 2 of our best of 3 series here in Europe. And on the right, it's Geil Banger featuring the CoB esports community, and it's Gwells playing Rexar. We've got Fubbles, this time playing Jimmy Rayner, Thronic playing Falstad, Croquette playing Deckard Keen, and Zoldrak playing Johanna. Tetcher.
On the left-hand side, currently 1-0 up in this series, it is going to be MALD level rising. With Luke Sonic playing the Malfurion, Timmers going to be on that Greymane, demounting himself unfortunately, accidentally, Netterbeck on the Tastar, Gabriel on ETC, and still in the top lane, it's Mustard on the Spicy Urel.
So yeah, I feel like I got to give you some background on that. So the guy that I used to cast with a lot, Jabroni, he used to always get the letters the wrong way around. So it'd be like ECTE, and so we just, rather than get upset about it, we just dive into it and always go really confusing with the letters.
On the EPG right now, reading at 100 beats per minute, gonna be Gabriel. I like it. Good.
Oh wow! And that's first blood 40 seconds into the game, and they take out Johanna.
This is a Tetra and Halloween public service announcement. Johanna is invincible until you stand there too long.
A Hallowetcher. A Tetcherween.
Halloween. I think it was Tetraween, yeah.
Tetcherween brings you these public announcements. So, Celestial alignment on Malfurion, no regrowth required, so he's not worried about healing himself.
Gabriel. Blocking, force wall, but Zuldrak still makes it on. Go to ceiling, or roots down ETC. Power side. They lose the camp. I'm not entirely sure why he counter power slid there, and as everyone else backs away, camp is lost.
So, last game we saw a huge amount of camp invades from CoB, and I think this game's going to follow suit. They've even taken bribe.
Right.
Yeah.
So I would guess you're right. We'll see how far they go down that path. Bird of Prey coming in here for the Rexar. Falstad about to gank top lane, see if he can pick up the kill here. Moves right onto Mustard. Mustard in full retreat. Rexar abandons it. He leaves Thronic alone. And as you're going to get away, here comes Zoldrak. They get the shots. Jump is used, but it doesn't go anywhere. Misha could come in for the intercept here. They're not chasing him. They know the rest of the team's coming. Mustard takes him on a merry goose chase.
Well done, well done. That was a solid escape by Mustard there to evade capture.
Sorry, merry goat.
Both teams now peeling off to pick up their fallen shaman camps ahead of the objective, which will be announced right now.
Damage Kerosene, by the way, in case you haven't noticed. Scroll of Identify combined with Ruby is actually really solid DPS output. So cool to see them coming in here if he can stack up that Scroll of Identify. Hand of Freedom, though, gonna make that job a little easier for Urel to help everyone escape.
Zoldrak getting power slid, face melt back towards the team. I love those miniature healing potions.
They're great. Ruby's a fun ton. I'm glad it's being used. We see the pressure. Force wall once again, focusing onto Zoldrak, but Johanna is indestructible as long as she doesn't walk away. As long as she walks away. Sorry. Nisha comes in with stun, interrupts Tibbers. Thoronic very far forward. He should not be frontlining here, and it's going to eat some damage for his troubles, but it takes the damage on a potion and heals up instantly.
I was going to say they need to clear that fallen shaman camp because the top's already been cleared, but theirs hasn't. So they've now went down to deal with it. It's the halftime show.
More level rising, focusing down. See ya, Rexar. Animal Husbandry not taken. In this case, it's value, but still a no balls play. Thoronic gonna back up. Crockett being forced away here. Gabriel a little too scary, even pre-mosh.
So Timmers has moved over to start dealing damage on the objective, whilst the remainder of MALD tried to peel and defend. Thronic getting
quite well.
Oh, he had his barrel roll. He's made it out. I think he's safe for now.
He backs away. He's very low on mana, though, because we don't have those mana potions from Decade Kane, even though they're not actually the go-to anyway, but he's still low. Forced to back up. Zoldrak healed up massively by those ruby potions. Good value. And then just walked over the grass. Now Furion leaves behind. We're going to say goodbye to Misha. But everyone else...
They're falling behind. They're falling behind. I don't think they can do it now. Timmers has managed to bring the race up, so he's going to take the objective there on the left-hand side.
They're sneaking it. Like you said, Timmers races it down by himself. They can get Thoronic. It might be worth, but it's not looking good. Thoronic escapes.
So well done to MALD Level Rising, taking first objective of the game here in under 5 minutes. That,
well.
I was going to say, that was really interesting because it was 5v4, essentially, because Timmers went over to the left-hand side of the map. And Gabriel was just able to anchor and be a constant threat.
Yeah,
Speaking of constant threat...
Force wall, again, good. Not enough DPS yet. Once we get to Curse Bullet or go for the throat, this might be a different fight. These ruby potions, massively out of range for anyone to actually use. And as such, Zoldrak quite a bit of damage here. We have Emerald now as well, though. Just gonna give Decade even more value in terms of actually picking up kills here. These Force Walls are, I think, what we can call dickish in terms of how well they've been placed so far.
Yeah, Netterbeck's getting real value here. Certainly more so than we saw in the last game. Tassadar in the last game felt like a huge damage threat, and his DPS was really good, but the walls weren't really being used like they are here.
And stun. Gabriel trying to delay, but his team's nowhere near him to defend. Here comes Mustard. Over the wall, though. Urel with the save. Gabriel just gets out, and with that force wall, Reyna goes down as well. 2 for 1, 3. If they can get Zoldrak, drops the Iron Skin, but down he goes.
Yeah, and he took Hold Your Ground at level 1, so he's got a 60% increased shield, and it's still not enough to heal you through that amount of damage.
True, gets burst down. Which is interesting, I want to bring up a level 4 talent choice here, and that's Falstad with Hammer Gains. Hammer Gains is absolutely fantastic talent, especially when you're attacking neutrals, like the objective, for example. But against this composition, where the majority of the damage output comes from Tassadar and Greymane, the damage output is burst. I would have personally leaned more on the static shield here, which gives you the maximum protection from burst. The barrel roll talent is also good for that, but no one picks it because it's not very good. So seeing the static shield might have actually saved him at least from some of the hard engages here, instead of going for the sustained.
Sorry to interrupt there. Level 10's just round the corner. I could tell that Gabriel was sniffing a fight here. He was thinking, come on boys, let's invade their camp, because we're going to have 10s before them, but that's obviously not the way it's rolled out.
Side against Cursed Bullet picked up Twilight Dream, Archon, Ardent Defender, and question mark. This should be Mosh, just for the fear level. There isn't really enough slows to set up for stage dive. That, or they have to do some massively well-predicted stage dives. We'll have to see. No race at all coming in so far. Bot lane just being cleared up as best as possible as halftime show easily grabbed by MALD level rising.
And on the other side, as 10s come in, we've got the Blessed Shield, Stay a While and Listen, Release the Boars, Hyperion, and the Mighty Gust. Let's see how that stacks up against their opposition during this second phase of the objective.
And there is that Mosh. Johanna, Zuldrak, very far forward, 1v4ing for the moment. Mustard coming in from the side though. Stay a while and listen. That's absolute devastation with the counter kill. As we see Greymane taken out. He was stunned out coming out of the sleep, couldn't do anything. And finally we're seeing some counter rate.
Yeah, but the Mosh is available, so you've got to still fear the threat of Gabriel's power slide coming in and hitting too many peoples. Such as Fubbles.
Every heroic. They used every single heroic they have except for Gus, so they actually are really low on Mosh interrupts at this point. There isn't Johanna. Huge damage onto Chronic, but again, Zuldrak is being such a pain with his delays right now. This will be the objective. There's the Gus. That's their last heroic gone, but they win the objective. What a play right now. There's the one-man Mosh. Fubbles interrupts it though. Could Johanna get out?
If Johanna makes it out, that is absolutely amazing for CoB Geil Banger.
What a play! Nicely done! Fubbles with the save! They are able to keep everyone up. They win the objective. What a turnaround! After losing the halftime show, they make a patient, well-executed engage and show up in their favor.
Yeah, that was just
up.
absolutely massive. That Mighty Gust bought them the key few seconds they needed to just finish that objective. Mighty Gust value right there.
Absolutely. They begin to push in. They want this fort. Zuldrak drops a little low though. Just be careful he's not damaging heroes. Stay a while and Blessed Shield, a back off cooldown. Fubbles dropped low and they're realizing just how much damage this Tassadar does. They've decided, you know what? Yeah, Immortal will finish the job. We're going to leave. And in fact, Boss are going to fly up to top lane and try and pick off Mustard.
Here he goes, barrel roll into position, Mighty Gust used, the jump's already been deployed by Mustard, in comes Zuldrak, using the Condemn, hold him into position, Argent Defender.
Mighty Gust out of the air, stopping the escape here. Blessed Shield is dropped, but he gets out. Yorel, what the hell?
No way.
Get out of there.
That's twice he's done
hero,
that.
Dude.
Oh, come on. You know, they deserved it. They put the work in. They've done their homework. They showed their maths. They showed their working out. They deserved the points. Come on. Mustard, what are you doing to them?
Yorel shouldn't be. I mean, I know this is basically the hero Yorel is, but I will still argue that that's a little absurd.
That was 3v1, wasn't it?
In general. Yeah.
That was 3v1.
That
Mustard must be feeling good about himself about now.
It was 3v1 with 2 heroics burned, and she lived.
Gosh. Next you're going to be telling me Gabriel can go 1v5 and steal a boss? Mustard's
gonna pull back. Down goes the fort. They're gonna try and move in.
Oh, yes!
Good Gust. Twilight Dream though will drop aside to prevent a turnaround as the Arc are gonna come in and do huge amounts of damage. Stun comes out. Nenebek is zoned away and they get the bear. And they might be able to get Johanna if that Iron Skin expires. Curse Bullet comes out, but that's it.
That was a very, very, very good preemptive Gust. Absolutely ruining Gabriel's Mosh. It would have been devastation otherwise, but it's still not over. The roots are deployed. Iron Skin being used to great effect there.
Tao's doing huge damage to Gabriel, dropping him to massively minus armor. Nenebek being chased down by Zuldrak. They are able to get the camp. Not able to get any kills though. Level 13 though, most importantly, is finally hit. They're finally on even talents again.
But with one team at half health and rapidly falling, it looks like the aggressors are going to be CoB Geil Banger.
They have Ancient Blessings now. This is where they can get massive burst damage in. See ya, Misha.
Misha's out. They're now going to have to step onto the back foot and play a defensive position for a while. Zuldrak, though, didn't get the memo as he goes into an offensive position.
Even this position is actually kind of defensive for Johanna, just because you can stand there. Here come the boars. Little bits of damage here and there as they just do some damage to the Immortal.
Misha's
Burning
back.
the ball, that halftime show I think is pretty good value.
Okay, okay.
Can you imagine being a bear, being killed, returning to existence, and immediately getting stunned by a giant angel?
It would be horrendous. But I think living inside the Nexus would be horrendous most of the time anyway.
That's fair. Fair point. Bot lane being moved into, dodges the cursed bullet. Thronic's back. Is he going to burn the Bless Shield? Here comes the stay a while. Bless Shield. Beautiful setup. Absolutely fantastic. Gust on Gabriel as well. Marsh is back in 5 seconds. He's trying to wrap around. Mustard is doing a fantastic delay strat here, though, but finally gets rooted. Ardent Defender, he lives again. They don't even bother at this point.
Yeah, they've said, we've met this guy before, let's just walk away. Stunned again, Misha.
Gabriel. They get the root, but are they going to go for the kill? Good damage from Thronic. Gabriel will back away, though.
Okay, it's almost certainly the second objective going in favour of Guilebanger now in the top lane.
Wells, I know you have 2 people to micro, but come on, the Immortal's dead. You don't really have an excuse to be stunned by the Immortal there, as they're going to move up and actually push with it as the 5-man healing at the bottom at the middle fountain.
For sure, for sure. It's level 14 to 14. It's 3 structures to 3 structures. But the... I was going to say Angelic Lieutenant. No, it's not. It's the Demon Belial marching top lane.
No way forward. Huge damage coming out. Trying to get as much value as they can. Stun from the Immortal onto Nennebeck, but it's Falstad who is absolutely devastated. Zuldrak, though, comes out, bursts the Bless Shield. No one's really in range. Nennebeck is getting bodied, though. Mosh pit of multi members, but nap time. You dodge till you sleepers. Zuldrak, though, still with the overextension, is taken out. That's a 2 for 1.
That's exactly right, Tetcher. With 2 for 1, they know that they need to cut their losses and back off. But is he going to get the full keep wall?
Yeah, gate should go down, but the tower will live. Wow. That was pretty crazy, that last fight. A massive extension by Falstad, looking for a kill onto the stunned Tassadar, turned into Greymane, hitting his buttons and just blowing him up before any reaction could be made. Absolutely brutal.
Timmers is really good at doing a snap ambush. He can spin on a dime and hit his aggressors quite quickly, so he's not bad for that.
Oh yeah.
A mark of a good Greymane player, that, being able to turn very quickly.
Very. And now we have percentage damage, Alpha Killer, and Templar's Verdict coming in on the side of Mold Level Rising, so they have even more potential to get those quick turns and turn them into kills. However, on the counter with Greymane on the board, we see, and the Archon on the board, we see Imposing Presence and Primal Intimidation coming out for Johanna and Rexar. Now, picking up 2 of these, if they can time these so that they don't overlap, that could be mental in team fights.
Oh no. Do you know, that looked interesting, because that looked like she dropped her Iron Skin, but then got rooted after it. It must have just went
because
off.
Iron Skin only works until the shield is gone. If you kill the shield on Johanna, the Unstoppable expires.
Right, so they actually just
don't
dropped
get
the burst damage.
Yeah, they just blew her up. They burned Curse, but they burned their full burst. They have double percentage damage. That's all you need to do with Johanna. Just kill her 5-head.
So kill her 5-head. That's it. So I mean, that was it. The burst was just so fast that it looked like her Iron Skin didn't work. But okay, wow, that's quite convincing. And
not the best, but if you go for the shield burst, you can just eat the shield, and then suddenly she's not unstoppable anymore, and you can taunt her.
Wasting no time at all, the MALD boys are committing to dealing damage against the Demon Immortal. But quite good race coming out from Falstad. They're keeping up with it.
Racing as best they can, like you said. Only 2,000 between the two, but we do have a DC.
Yeah, well, I mean, the viewers have probably noticed there's been a couple of times where we've been getting frame drops from my side as well. I think there is some internet issues globally, I would say, at this point. But I mean, this is the testament of Heroes of the Storm, actually, that the European community for Heroes is quite far-reaching. Uh,
Very true.
I know
Very
that
true.
it's Scottish players in the shape of Tim. Gabriel's from London. Netterbeck is
Nice.
near Amsterdam, so he's in the Netherlands certainly. I think CoB is a German community, I think. So I mean, you've a world kind of European
Their name's
continent
German.
presence.
Yeah, Geil is a German word, so I would assume so. That would make sense. Also, on the point of far-reaching, I remember one of the times in Open Division where a player disconnected because his entire city's power went out. It was a Russian player. I can't remember which one. Their entire city's power went out in a semi-final, and they couldn't get him back in. Felt
um,
terrible, dude.
brutal, brutal. Wait. What? When was this?
It was an Open Division
I think I was
season.
in that. I saw
I
that.
think you were because you were there for. I think it was like all the streams were in it. It was
Yes.
me, Grubby,
Yeah.
you,
Jabroni.
Jabroni, and I think Malgada and Nobi.
Yes, me and Jabroni cast that, and I remember that happening. Yeah, an entire what was it? A whole city had a blackout, and he lost his internet.
The
So
entire city in Russia went out, and they couldn't get it back in within the time limit, so they had to forfeit.
that's horrendous. That can you imagine? Well,
Feels bad. Like
if the
I've
only
obviously
saving
been out
grace,
due to power cuts and stuff.
the only saving grace, Tetcher, and it's horrible to say this, was that had he went any further, he wouldn't have made HGC anyway.
Oh, I mean, you're right, but why you gotta say it?
It's horrendous, isn't it? Right, I'll take us back here so
Oh
that we can
dear.
shoot the breeze with the audience whilst we wait for these
Oh
players.
dear.
That's so
All right,
funny.
so apparently their internet is down. I mean, I've obviously had my fair experience with technical issues in
Yeah.
the past. One time it was an event in America. I can't remember which one it was, but it was run by ESL. Gilly was over there. It was Gilly and some other people doing it, but they wanted to do the qualifiers. And basically, they were doing the first day of games weren't streamed. So ESL contacted me while I was on vacation, basically, and were like, "Can you stream this?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, that's fine. I can do that."
Yeah.
So I wake up and I go to my PC, blue screen.
Oh.
I restart it, blue screen. I was living with my old housemate at the time, who was a tech expert,
Okay.
who basically tells me the motherboard is dead,
Oh
and we
no.
have to go get a new motherboard.
Oh
We
no.
look online, nothing's going to get here the same day. We start driving around, everywhere's closed. We realize it's Sunday, and everywhere is freaking closed. So we drive around for over an hour trying to find a motherboard. Eventually we find one, but by then I'm telling them, like, we're not going to get this done within the 20 minutes you want me to. If you can find someone else, find someone else, and Gilly does it from her hotel room instead.
Nice. The old Gilly Weed herself. She's pretty
Hell
cool. Have a nice day, dudes. Will there be another match today? We are the match that we are currently casting is still underway. We're just
Still
waiting
going.
for a player to come back, and depending on the outcome of that, there will be another match after it.
Very
so
true. Very true. Running
don't
game
go
too.
don't go anywhere, Sasha Sasha AKD. Yeah, it's all still kicking off. If you're
Hell
just joining us, I'll take you to the overview. Wow, we're in game number 2. You see, we're
Very
playing
true.
Battlefield of Eternity, and
So what's your... Sorry, go on.
well, I was going to say, and then that could take us to game number 2. So I'll come back here. Right, what are you saying, Tetcher?
So what are your worst technical issues you've had while casting?
So, Jabroni and I had a series of like wireless microphones that were VHF, and the nightmare of
Those who might not know, VHF.
very high frequency, I suppose, as opposed to UHF, ultra high frequency, which is their radio frequency waves that they communicate on. But anyway, the issue is that there was one. Essentially, between the 3 microphones, we couldn't figure out which one was the problem one, and it would periodically just start squealing or making weird kind of noises. And as you know, when you are a caster in production, kind of doing this sort of stuff, and you don't necessarily have time to be like handing microphones about and do all this madness. So we've had a bit of that over the years. But worst technical issue? I'm not sure. If Jabroni's in the chat, if you're in the chat, mate, what you've seen some of the, because I've had him crawling under a desk looking for wires whilst I'm trying to like move, because you know, to the layman that might not be up there. Oh no, we're going in. They counted us down. We've run out of time, guys. Well, I'll have to tell you the story of Jabroni crawling under my desk another time, because we're here and the objective's underway. Tetcher, what's happening?
Well, right now we're seeing Zuldrak dropping the blessed shield because they're attempting to escape from Mustard, who is chasing him down. The balls come out, will drop the sword with the mosh pit, getting a good shot there. Gus comes out, but it's too late for Rexar. Multi-bad stun from the multi-bad stun to try and delay there, but it's not enough. Force wall will trap Zuldrak once again, but a member down, they're in trouble. Right into the immortal stun. See you later, Zuldrak. And now our defender has to be dropped. Yarel survives. Oh no! That's a bad place to land. He will survive, but that was unwise.
My gosh, I mean, literally, we had like 2 seconds to get into this game. I feel sorry for these guys. This is incredible. Mustard looking for more, but he's not going to get it as the remaining 3 members of their team back off and prepare for the inevitable defense that they're going to have to do in bottom lane here. It's a 25% shield.
I've been casting a lot of NA games recently, and Yarel is kind of a meme over there of the team that has Yarel usually wins, and I figured it was just a meme, but the more I'm seeing, especially in a game like this, the more I'm starting to believe the hype, because she is doing really, really well, and a lot of that is 100% due to the player. In this case, Mustard is playing fantastically, but honestly, she's absolutely dominating.
She sure is. She sure is. It's interesting how you see that sort of thing kind of evolve out of the divisions, but there is definitely a difference in EU and NA choices.
Oh, absolutely. It's very different. Very weird to jump back and forth between the two.
75% health and falling on the Immortal. I don't think it's going to be able to get the keep without Gabriel getting a kill here. Trying to root somebody there. I think they're hanging about. I think they might try something. Thronic's stepping up. He's not learnt his lesson about overcommitting.
They're moving forward. Force wall comes out. Delays the chase, which means everyone should be able to get away, assuming Mustard mounts up. Gabriel going very far forward. He has Mosh. Curse bullet, though. And this curse is ended, but Mustard is pretty far out. Good knockback, though. Should be able to escape one more knock, but they're chasing him down. They are running it in.
They're trying to get the fight before 20. Oh, Gwells, you almost made it out. I really liked the Mighty Gust, but it just wasn't enough. Storm talents are now activated. They're wanting in. They're wanting this. The keep's going to go now, I think.
Only person not caught by the Gust. Rexar focused down and killed off here. Like you said, level 20 is available. Keep is probably going to get burst here. Good route, though, once again. Really annoying Gabriel, trying to lock him down. Mustard's going to attack it this time, though. They look for Thronic, who gets out. Great barrel roll. And Gabriel has to burn both the Storm to survive.
That was an excellent escape by Thronic. He's having to go too far forward to deal his damage here. And that's the problem. Gabriel's just waiting. He's going step forward, and as soon as he's far enough, the power slides in, and immediately being followed up by Sonic, who roots underneath him. I think his route was just slightly off on that last one, and that allowed Thronic just enough room to escape.
So what you're saying is Falstad should have picked Secret Weapon so we could stay further back.
I think so.
Oh wait, really?
He's having to step up here. And that's costing him his life.
That's fair. I mean, I would argue if you're going to go for the extra range, the lightning range might have been safer, considering you're not actually in lane that often. The boomerang's good for burst, but the lightning range would have kept him a lot safer. Full lightning shield build, I feel, might have been the way.
You've already said that, like, you know, at level 4 you wouldn't have taken hammer gains anyway. So it's a very different Falstad that you would play.
You are hammer gains. I can definitely see the argument behind Secret Weapon, but it is still unfortunately the worst talent at the level for Falstad's level 7.
Blizzard internet happening again there, I see. As we have witnessed the halftime show, there's going to be a full defense here. This is going to be the 5-on-5 level 20 full storm talent showdown. Here we go.
Oh, Zuldrak tanks through. Hyperion is it's going.
Well, they were going to get Gabriel.
That, Fallen Hound.
Take that. Well, I understand that. They wanted to get Gabriel, but he had Blink, so he made it out. Bolt of the
So
Storm.
much value from that talent already. Bolt of the Storm getting so much value. Oh my god! There's the value of Boomerang there. Gabriel just getting eaten alive by a Thronic there. Survives though, as Misha is taken out once again.
This is the last team fight of the game, and the thing is, MALD can they can afford to make it wait, because they've got that Fallen Shaman camp marching down bottom lane towards core. So this is on a time limit. They're going to need to step up, they're going to need to make something happen. Mosh is available.
Whilst being annoying as possible. Like you said, Mosh is available. In fact, every heroic is available on the side of Mold Level Rising, where CoB, they're just about to get balls back, but 40 seconds until Hyperion returns. They have such a long time to wait for that, as Gabriel plays aggressive stun from Misha. Zuldrak, again, caught by Forceful. You can't unstop all terrain.
Oh.
Moshpit comes in. Where is the Condemn? They bless shield to try and hold it. Sleep is interrupted as Deckard is trying to turn. He's on 10-second cooldown as Crockett's getting focused down. Yrel wants it, but here comes Fronic for the save, but it's not enough. Deckard goes down for a 2-for-0.
Mustard still alive, actually chasing Thronic to the end of the world. Iron Skin being popped by Zuldrak, but it's not enough to save him. The entire enemy team is now put in his face.
Wind Tunnel keeps him alive. Thronic is desperately wants Mustard. He gets it, and Zuldrak, he's gonna get away. Zuldrak lives, and they got Mustard. Player defined victory condition, but then Thronic walks into Greymane, gets killed off. I'm not sure what he was expecting there.
Yeah.
He's down, Misha's down, only the tanks left alive in exchange for just Yrel. I mean, it's going to feel good to finally kill her, but in this case, they're going to lose the objective super hard and every mercenary on the map.
Do you know, after they killed Mustard there, if Thronic survived, I think this defense was doable. But Thronic went in. I don't know why he went in, as you say. Like he walked into their opponent there. I don't know what that was about. Maybe it was a misclick. Maybe something was going on that I don't know. But on face value, it looked like a mistake.
He had nowhere near enough health here. Look at this. They're going to try and time this mortal. They're not going to get the bottom mercenary. I was incorrect there. But they're going to try and make this immortal push up with the Khazra camp, in which case I think they actually grabbed the Khazra camp a little early. This Khazra camp is going to be a little undefended for a bit. They will rotate up here to assist it, but these two should at least be pushing together. We do actually see no defense. So yeah, this Khazra camp will be joining the push.
Yep. This is at level 22. It's a 24-minute, near enough full shield immortal. This is going to be devastating.
Zuldrak?
Zuldrak's going in 1v5. He's used his blessed shield with no follow-up.
The rest of the team is coming in. Here come the balls for the multi-man route. Twilight Dream is still available, though. There's the Gust with Wind Tunnel is trying to hold them back, but where's the focus? You used all of that and no one did any damage. They waited with Raider still slain much earlier in this fight. Where is the follow-up? Good interrupt on Marsh, but Gwells knows he's going to die. He just runs it in. Root onto Falstad, and that is it, Halloween. They do not take that fight effectively at all. The follow-up and focus was not there, and only Deckard to defend is
100%.
not going to be enough. They'll finish him off, and that's a 5-man team.
100%, you called it. There was a few well-executed moves and maneuvers that could have set up a team fight, but it just wasn't followed. The Gust was brilliant. You hit everybody, but there was no damage thrown out. There was a Condemn to pull off the Mosh, but again, no follow-up. That's gotta hurt. That's gotta hurt. Full enemy team wipe. GG. That's game number 2, and that's the series. Wow.
Yeah.
There was so many times there in that game where I thought CoB's doing the right thing here at the right time. This is going the way that they want it. This could be good, but it just didn't come together for them, I don't think.
I understand where that Johanna move was coming from. I think she should have waited maybe 2 more seconds just to move in. Yes, the Immortal's going to get the keep, but you can maybe stop it before it gets the call. But you have to group up your enemy team so that Deckard can get that sleep off, because he has respect your elders. That silence is their opportunity to win that game. What ended up happening instead is Johanna ended up stunning 3 people, waiting to get slain before he does any damage. And then when finally we see a really good Wind Tunnel grouping up the team, no one does damage. Falstad is too cautious to step up because of what's happened earlier in the fight, and they end up doing nothing with a really, really good heroic.
Absolutely, Tetcher. That was dramatic. Game number 1 was hugely exciting, and game number 2 as exciting as well. It's just I don't know if it was just too much for them, and they decided we're going to have to peel off here near the end, and I don't know. The synergy just it didn't feel like it was there. Do you know what I mean?
I know exactly what you.
It felt like they'd lost it. The wind went away from their sails. So, well, it's congratulations to MALD Level Rising, who are likely now the top of Division 3. And commiserations go to their opponents, CoB, Geil, Banger. There you go.
So MALD. Oh, I was incorrect. I misread MALD's score. They were 4-4, not 5-4, like I read originally.
Okay.
So yes, with that, they will be the only team to go 5-5 in terms of matches so far. So they will 100% move to first.
Well done to them. I would so say congratulations once again, and commiserations for CoB. But they did put a valiant effort in. I mean, game number 1, they looked so aggressive, taking the camps off the map, winning the team fights consistently. You know, that was a very, very impressive display by CoB Geil Banger, who at the moment were positioned 6th in the division, so doing quite well as well. Yeah, so I think that's all we have time for. I don't know what's on the calendar.
Well, it's all I have time for.
Yeah, no,
because
for
I
sure,
have
for
stuff
sure.
for the rest of the day.
No, it was just someone in the Twitch chat was asking if there was other games on tonight, and I don't think there is. I think we were the last ones.
Calendar. Let's have a look. See.
So
Oh, there's a dog under my chair.
there's a dog. Is there a dog?
There is a dog.
Is
It's
a dog?
chilling.
Right. Okay. I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss the dog. I'm gonna raid them over. Where should I raid them over?
Yeah,
to?
we're the last game for the day.
Okay, guys, don't go anywhere. Let me raid you over to another channel, okay? I should raid you over to... where should I raid you over to? I need to raid you over to somewhere cool. Hot X-Ray? That's where we'll put
That
you.
sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. He's one of the best support players in Europe right now, I'd probably say.
I'd agree on that.
I hope that's how you spell it. Yes, it looks like I've got it right. So say hi to X-Ray for us, guys, and we'll see you real soon in the Nexus. Oh yeah, I didn't say that enough. Subscribe to Halloween.